What is up, everybody? This is Cody, aka DFS Prodigy, coming to you live right now. It's coming Thursday night football slate for Jacksonville versus New Orleans. Before we get though, hit like button for me, definitely subscribe, and let's break it down. So we'll start with Jacksonville. Travis Etienne 10-2. He's been on a roll. I mean, it was a London where he finally showed up. 39 fantasy points, 23. 10-2 is a big price to pay on the slate against the Saints, who do well against the run. And with the shaky quarterback situation, it's hard to not like Etienne. Trevor Lawrence, I think he will play. I mean, I don't see why he wouldn't. I mean, they're hopeful that he's going to play. A 9.6, if he's 100%, I don't mind him at that price tag. They already priced up Bethard, though, at 8.6. So you're not really getting a discount on the quarterback position still. But I do like T-Law. Looking at Calvin Ridley, 8.4. He showed out. I mean, like it's Buffalo, went for 122. He still has consistent targets. That's the thing. 6 fantasy points. I mean, he's been super up and down, though. It's been a little bit shaky. So this will be a bounce back spot, though, for him at day 4. Christian Kirk, 8,000. He looked good last week. He got that TD, the long pass for 29 yards. He's definitely a long downfield threat. 13, 14, 16, 15. I mean, he's been consistent as can be. The touchdowns have been there in week 3 and week 6. Looking at Evan Ingram, 5.8. This is the spot I do like with the targets, 7 targets, 8 targets. I mean, the targets are getting there for him. I do like him for the red zone potential. Zay Jones is questionable. If he does not play, then this is where it also gets kind of shaky with Agnew at $400. That's going to be a cheap price I had to pay for him. And we know he can. We know he has the potential. When against Houston, he looked good. So that's the thing, is just you're going to kind of take the wait and see approach. But let's talk about New Orleans. Then we'll talk about the whole slate together. I'm a Kamara 10-4. The receptions are there, the PPR upside in the receiving game. That's what I like to see. At 10-4, he's my number one spin up on the slate, of course. And it's well warranted at the price tag. Olave is questionable. Limited participant. So he should play. He's coming off a great game. 9,000. Derek Carr, though, at 8.8 is the guy I do want to talk about. 50 attempts last week against Houston. He's thrown the ball a ton. 8.8 is a cheap price tag to pay for him. Michael Thomas, 7,000. Much rather go to Olave. Taysom Hill, you're not going to catch me paying that for 6.2. Way too inconsistent. I know that. And then Shaheed, 5,000. We know the upside's there for the long ball threat. And then kind of looking at the receivers. I mean, Olave, 88% on the snap count. 83 for Michael Thomas, Shaheed 76. Kirkwood and Bowden Jr. are both out of play for me. I'm liking this Rashid Shaheed, 62 snaps. So Kidger Miller, if we look at the running back snaps, he's the number 1 or number 2 guy, 18 snaps last week. Again, 1/8 cheap price tag to pay for him. He saw 2 attempts, but I mean, it wasn't really getting there for you, but he's mainly getting it done in the receiving field. But overall, looking at the tight end spot, Taysom Hill played 49 snaps. Foster Moreau played 39. Jawan Johnson was out, but I believe Jawan Johnson is questionable for this game. We need to see if he's going to play. Because at $200, if he's playing, he's going to take that number 1 role, and it's going to be way too. I mean, $200 is way too cheap. Looking at Jacksonville, though, let's go to Jacksonville over the snaps. So if we saw Agnew play 20 compared to Tim Jones playing 13, I'd much rather go to Agnew at 20 snaps. Elijah Cooks, I'm not really getting to. That's kind of an outlier. I'm much rather go to Jamal Agnew at that price tag. And the Bigsby saw 17 snaps. I'm not really getting the Bigsby. But here's the deal. At captain, this is where you're going to have to play. I do like Evan Ingram at 8.7. I mean, the targets have been there. All he needs is the touchdown potential. If you want to go, well, like I said, with a possible Olave at 13.5, that would make sense too. But you have Agnew at that price. I gave Jawan Johnson that price tag for cheap options, but that breaks down the slate for us, though. Thank you for tuning in. It was a great step, everybody. Have a good one.